All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the series. Hope everyone's doing well today. So we kind of talked about doing this for a little while now, and finally kind of came due. Finally getting a chance to sit down and get this started. So this is officially going to be the start of Interloper Season 6. So Season 5, we really sort of didn't finish. But I don't want to keep using the season 5, numbering, so to speak, just because I think it would just lead to some confusion down the road. So season 5, basically that was sort of the period where I kind of stepped away for a while, and so going back to it this far down the road, I don't think really would make too much sense. So we're just going to fire up a new run here and make the best of the situation we've got. So welcome, appreciate y'all being here as always. If you enjoy the episode today, of course be sure to hit the like button for me. If you're new here and maybe this is one of the first episodes you're catching on the channel, welcome, thanks for being here. Would love to have your subscription to the channel, and
can't feel my feet.
Welcome in. And of course guys, also if you have any comments or anything for me during the course of the episode, or just want to say hi, feel free to throw those into the comments section as well. Alright, so where are we? I have totally not been paying attention. I think we're in Pleasant Valley. Yeah, we are in Pleasant Valley. Okay. So, we should be able to get, if I just pick up the pace here a little bit, we should be able to get over to
cold.
The farmhouse. Pretty short order, and hopefully we'll find some decent gear there. I need to kind of tune my brain a little bit for Interloper. It's been quite a while since I've actually done an Interloper run. In fact, Season 5 is probably the last time that I've even just played it on this difficulty. So obviously we've been kind of doing some live streams and stuff on the channel as well, but those are all, at least to this point, have been on Stalker. Just because that's kind of what we're going for over there. But, we've done Interloper for a long time on the channel. Obviously, this is Season 6, so we'll kind of just keep rolling with it. What do I need to tell you about the run as we start to get moving? I guess just maybe first and foremost, so I did turn scurvy off. I don't know, honestly. We need to get inside before we get frostbite. I feel a little gutted doing that, to be perfectly honest with you. I just sort of fundamentally disagree with the way that scurvy works in the game, which I know kind of stinks, kind of sucks. Kind of feels like you're cheapening the experience a little bit when you do something like that. Turn it off. But looking frostbite wise, okay, it's pretty low. It just hit us. But I just don't like the way that it plays, to be perfectly honest with you. So I do have that turned off. I think that it really discourages movement. It's kind of there's kind of a yes and no to the whole discouraging movement. Is that it discourages movement because really the best way to ward off scurvy is going to be to stick around a water source where you can do fishing, right? So I feel like you're a little chained to one of the regions that's a good source of fish. So it's going to be Coastal Highway or Mystery Lake, maybe. Also, just trying to think where there's the best opportunities for fishing. Obviously, there's the tip up and things now, so you don't need a true fishing shelter to fish. But regardless, and so much of my strategy for Interloper has always been cattails, and it's just not applicable anymore with scurvy. Maybe it is. I don't know, because you do get some amount of calcium from the cattails, but I don't know that it's enough. That's a good question, honestly. I don't know. Maybe we should have left it on. As I just went through this big tirade about why I turned it off. I don't know. you guys can provide your feedback on that, and on if you think I'm making the right choice, or I don't know. Do you guys play with scurvy? I remember, so when we were doing season 5, I kind of just quit playing altogether. It wasn't that I just wasn't putting out content; I just wasn't playing the game. I was kind of at a point where I needed a break. I think I won't go into all of that because I know we've talked about it quite a bit, but there were times where I would fire it up though, and I'd play for a little while. And the first time I came up against scurvy, I was just like frustrated. I basically put the game back down and didn't want to play anymore. I think it was when the Cougar was released is when I originally kind of was like, okay. When that update came out, okay, I'll go check out what's new and whatnot. And then came up against scurvy and was not very delighted. So pretty quickly turned it back off. Because I think the scurvy and the Cougar worked against each other. And I've talked about that a little bit as well. But you've got the Cougar, which forces you to move, right? Because if you're in a region too long, the Cougar would have closed in on you, and so you're really the only way to prevent that was to move. But then, like I said, you had scurvy, which basically told you, to get to a location where you had fish and stay there.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
That's pretty big. We need fire starting ability. It's actually, this is a pretty good spawn because right away we'll get the benefit of the water out of the bathrooms of the house. So water is always the thing right away that is most important for me to find personally. Because without it, right, that's the first thing I guess that I generally run out of is water. So being right here next to this is a huge benefit. Alright, so we found a few food items. We need a way to start fire if we want to think about cooking that piece of deer meat. Ooh, this is huge. How many cattails did we come away with? 7. Just kind of looking around. Okay, 2. That'll take care of our frostbite risk on our head. We need a pair of gloves, though. But anyway, I'm excited to be doing this. Like I said, it's been probably close to a year since I did an Interloper run, just period altogether.
This will come in handy.
So to be jumping into one is pretty exciting. You guys will have to let me know if you're excited as well. Obviously, misery has been added, the difficulty. I started a run, and I did it on one of our streams, and I still want to go back to it. I just haven't. When I've streamed, I've been focused on what we've been doing on the stream, which is, kind of the whole, I don't know, I won't go into too much detail, but we're trying to really just kind of knock out tails and maybe do Faithful Cartographer, work on getting all of the achievements to level, or all of the skills to level 5. So there's enough to do in that stalker run that, stopping halfway through the 2 or 3 hours that I'll generally stream to do misery is just not where my mind's at the moment.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Need to check and see how much total water we came away with. Just kind of speed looting this place. Yeah, our hands. We can craft. If we don't find a pair of gloves, I think we'll go ahead and craft the improvised wraps. And I'm trying to think of the sequence in which I want to do things. Because we're, obviously, when I have played, I've been playing a lot of Stalker, and for me, getting up to the summit as fast as possible in Stalker is like my total approach. So like that's what my brain wants to do right now, but I think we should probably focus on the forge and doing that. One thing I wish is that even if you don't have scurvy on, I wish it showed you the amount of calcium and things. I feel like that might help, like someone who doesn't really just want to dive into playing with scurvy. You know, having that as like a, I don't know, you still kind of have the guardrails on by having scurvy turned off, but you can kind of look at things as you're playing. Did I already search this room? I did. You know, and kind of get a feel for, okay, like eating this would be good. Ooh, that's huge right there. Ski jacket. Okay, we'll take that for sure. But yeah, no, it's like turning it off completely disables it. All right, I think we are done up here. Let's just check this room over here. Actually, I don't know that I hit this one. No, I did. I definitely did. Okay, then we are done upstairs. Let's go back down. And I think I did this whole room. I did. I feel like I got on here and I just like immediately started talking, and so like most of my attention was on what I was saying, and not what I was doing. So I'm just double checking everything. One of the other things I think I'm gonna do in this series, and this is like super minor, and you guys may not even care, is like potatoes. Let's see how we can incorporate that. I always used to edit out the transition between, like, you know, so like when I came from upstairs to downstairs here, we had the loading screen. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. When I started the channel, way back when, I was on a PlayStation 4, and that would take a while to do. Like, you know, I might go through a loading screen and be sitting there for 10-15 seconds a time, where now, like, you know, obviously I eventually moved on to the PS4 Pro, and then I had the PS5, and now we're on a PC. That load time is just like basically non-existent anymore. It exists, but it is like pretty rapid. T-shirt. Obviously this is gonna be better. I'm just kind of swapping some things around. Okay. And I think that, like, that will cut down my time spent editing, is not having to, like, because sometimes, like, when we go to, like, say we went to Milton, right, there's a lot of buildings in Milton, so we would be going into each and every little individual house, searching it, then leaving it, and, like, doing that 10 times in the course of what we would do for an episode. And so that would just, you know, if we went into 10 houses and there was a loading screen on 2 loading screens on each house, then that's 20 little edits that I would have to make. And now for something that's like a half a second or less, I just don't think it's going to be worth it. So anyway, just kind of inside my brain a little bit on some of the changes I'm making. All right, I think we've shook this place down completely. What do we want to do next? What time is it? It's about midday. We are warm. We could let's look at what we need to do the hand wraps. So we need a sewing kit. Let's just go ahead and do it. And just be done with that risk. Because that is, we've been bitten by that numerous times. Okay. Alright, let's maybe, I'm kind of thinking, well, let's do this. Okay, we have 6 cloth. Let's maybe grab a few more. And let's go to the barn. And from the barn, we'll go to Thompson's Crossing. Because that should keep us, like, We don't have any fire starting yet. I'm going to just set these out as well. I don't really know how I want to incorporate the cooking ingredients, if I even want to mess with it or not. But okay, let's head out. And wires. I guess we should hit the outbuilding over there. Maybe the car. Let's swing by the car. Oof, and actually, it'd be good to go out to the signal station because sometimes there's good clothing spawn in there. And it's interesting too because like since I've played, the loot tables have all been refreshed, and so I don't know. Like I say that there's usually a clothing spawn up there, or has been historically, but I don't know if that's going to be the case anymore. So, a lot of new learning, and I'm here for it. I'm excited. I think some of the other changes I'm going to make to our episodic series on the channel is I don't think... So I've kind of changed the way that I've made thumbnails on the channel. I'm sure if you guys have caught any of the live streams, you've kind of seen the new thumbnails. The idea there is like, I always wanted for my logo and stuff, I always wanted it to be like a mountaineering caricature of myself. And so that's kind of the idea behind the thumbnails. And so it used to be, I'd get a screenshot from the episode that we did, and I would use that, and I would edit over that, and I would, I'd always come up with a title for each and every episode. How do I get up here again? Oh, just like that. And so I think, oh wow, there's a rabbit skin hat right there. Oh man, that's huge. I wonder what kind of shape it's going to be in. That's cool because like this spot up, there's a body over there. Has that body always been there? But that's cool because I would always like feel like I needed to go up here, but this is the first thing I think I've ever found up here. So I wonder if that's been, as they like reworked the loot and stuff, if that's been a new addition. But anyway, so I don't think I'm going to do...
What have we here?
I think I'm going to do a little bit more... It's 100%. That's huge. That's a bunch of time we don't have to spend crafting that. I think I'm going to do a little bit more generic thumbnails, and then I always used to come up with a... And maybe I'll still do this, I don't know. We'll see as I get ready to publish this when we're ready, but I always used to do a, specific title for every episode. So I would do like, just something that either was a play on what happened in that episode or, something like that. This is going to sound maybe bad. I need to, I don't want to say it because it's probably cringy, but like the less creative that I have to be, then the less stressful it is. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, I enjoy like having the outlet for creativity and whatnot, but it's like, if it's the time that I have to, record, and maybe there was times where I did have episodes recorded, and the thing that was holding me back was that whole like thumbnail and title process and stuff. It's like, okay, I've got the recording done, but I just don't want to spend the time to, go log into my computer and create a thumbnail. And sometimes I would forget to get a screen grab while I was recording, so I had to go back through the footage and try to get a screenshot of the footage that made sense for the episode. And so it's just like, if I don't have to worry about that process as much, then I'm more likely to make more content. And it's kind of funny, the things like I'm not complaining necessarily, but the things that I'm mentioning that I think will make it easier for me to do this are like, you know, you think about like big content creators generally like have somebody on staff to do that for them, right?
Cold
Like,
is making my head feel thick.
and especially where like for us when we were only doing recorded videos, you know, we might try to get out a couple of them a week. So like take everything I just said and then times it by 2 or 3 kind of thing. Anyway, you guys are probably just like, dude, shut up, which is fine. And I get that feedback sometimes, like, quit talking, just play, just play, which is fine. I totally get. You guys aren't here for my sermons, not all of you, but that's kind of how I've always approached the channel. Is just like, this is just me hanging out, playing the game, and hopefully you guys just want to hang out with me. So yeah. All right, so I'm trying to get over to the barn. Obviously, it seems like there's about to be a blizzard. We may have to hunker in the barn for a while. We'll see. We do need to drink some water. Just get us going. Still have calories. Got plenty of food for at least a day or so. So I'm not too concerned there. But I want to get into the barn. I want to loot the barn, and then if weather allows us, I'd like to get over to Thompson's Crossing and start looting that, because there's going to be some more opportunities for food and more opportunities for water, and obviously, you know, other loot like clothing and things like that will be a chance for all of that over there too. So that's kind of what I'm planning. And then I think once we kind of get everything here looted, we'll head towards probably Mystery Lake. And probably head toward the Forge as well in the near future. That's, I think, going to kind of be our plan of attack for this run. Let me ask you guys this question. This is an opinion, and I kind of have the way I feel about it. So one of the things we've always talked about, and I've like at times foolishly said that's what we're going to do, is survive for 500 days on Interloper. So of course I'm not going to promise that, because we could die tomorrow. Sometimes you just run into bad luck. And when you're like, okay, all I want to do is survive, it changes the way you play too. Like I might not do things that I would otherwise do, because I'm too worried about dying. But let's just say this run ends up getting there. Does turning off scurvy cheapen that? In some ways, like automatically, yes it does, because like if you survive 500 days with scurvy, then you've accomplished something a little bit more than doing it without it. Ooh, there's a hammer. That's huge. I mean, we're
excellent.
fine on weight right now, but we have a long ways that we'll need to carry that hammer to get to Forlorn. Has this always been here? We got inside just in time. But you know what I mean? Like I feel like if we'd lived 500 days, there's going to be somebody that says, yeah, but you did it without scurvy. Right? So I don't know. I'm just going to have fun and enjoy the game. That's one thing that I've always said on the channel and in my series and stuff, is like, you know, somebody comes along periodically, and we'll have watched an episode and been like, you know, ooh, there, I almost missed that. They'll just be like, you know, you're dumb. You didn't do this the way that you should do it, or you didn't do the way I would do it. I just want to have fun. You know, I just want to play the game. I'm sure there are a lot of things that I don't do.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
That maybe like the quote-unquote right way to do things or most optimal, but again, like I just wanna play the game and have a good time. So I don't know, we'll see. Part of me is like, you know, the mechanic is in the game to turn off scurvy, so, you know, forget you guys, like those naysayers, and, you know, just play the game you want to play the game. But I also do understand the sentiment. What time is it? It is about nighttime. I'm just like thinking about getting over to Thompson's Crossing and the storm. Let's maybe go out and check just the immediate vicinity around the barn. See if there's anything and then like near, like over by the target. These have never spawned here in Interloper, but just want to be sure. I've never seen a rabbit hat spawn either. Oh, we got cold instantly. Check this one. Okay. So if we really wanted to, we could head towards Thompson's Crossing. But I feel like it's always farther than I think it is. I feel like it should just be right over there, but I feel like it's actually quite a bit farther. So I think we just stay here. And just take it easy. Now I'm just like in my head, I'm like, what else can I find? Found that rabbit skin hat. Like, what else have they added as things that spawn? Because that never used to spawn. We don't have any books. Oh, we do have a book. We have 2 books. What am I talking about? We have 3 books. Yeah, let's do this one.
I need to find food.
It's thirsty. Okay. What time is it? I don't know if it's just because I'm in the truck, but I don't hear the wind outside. Yeah, that was a short blizzard. Okay, yeah, let's get over there tonight then. No reason not to. I just I see those rocks over there. I'll get one somewhere else. In my head, I'm thinking like I need that to throw at rabbits and stuff.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Nothing in here. There's my stones. Let's grab a couple of them. And keep pushing.
Never felt so cold in my life.
Thompson's Crossing. I think I'm also a little bit accustomed to the wolves in Stalker, which I think are still more like the wolf population is higher, and I think they're more aggressive in Stalker. At least that used to be the case. I don't know if it still is, but so I'm like more conscious of them, which it, like hasn't even remotely been a concern yet. But I'm still like constantly looking for them. Oh, there's a moose. Guys, there's so much. Has that moose spawn always been there? Wow. That's interesting because that could change this region a lot. Let me grab this old man's beard. I don't think that's always been there. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that moose spawn has always been there. which changes this region a lot because, like I said, or I used to like hate being in this region on Interloper because there really wasn't a great way to get food. Like you'd have to get a deer, or which there's a ton of deer out there. Man, this is like we might have to spend some time here. There's 4 deer, a moose. There was 2 rabbits over there. We might be turning over a new leaf with Pleasant Valley. This has been fun. There's been 2 things now that have just totally caught me off guard. And that is that we found the rabbit skin hat and the moose spawn. We should be... I think I saw it right through these rocks. Yeah, there's the top of the church. We might even do a little looting before we go to bed. We could probably honestly turn this whole town over before we go to bed. Hacksaw. Okay. Get through there. Yep. Are these spawning things now? I think they were supposed to start, right? I still don't think I've ever found anything. In the limited amount of time I've kind of been back at it. I don't think I've seen anything. This actually might be the issue that we have. Can't see anything indoors. So we may just go on over and go to bed.
Damn, I'm freezing.
Yep. You are indeed freezing. Spray paint. Anything else in here? See anything? Alright, let's just go for the community center. We'll crash there. Get all tucked in for the night. Wow, I can't even see. That's right. This is problematic. Okay, so this must be a fireplace. I wish that that would stay illuminated. This has always been a suggestion, and it doesn't really work that well. It's like, yeah, I can tell that there's a wall in front of me, but I don't know what wall it is. I don't have any light source. No, we're just gonna wander around the dark here. Gosh, this is not good. I should have thought about this a little more before. Oop. Give me that back. I'll find it in the morning, I suppose. So what can we see when it does that? Oh my goodness. I kind of want... Okay, so there was a trunk. Where did the trunk go? Where did it go? Table. Chair, table, chair, table. Search trunk. I know roughly where I'm at.
Someone's stash.
That's good. That's huge. We got 2 coats now. They do need repairs though. There's enough beds on the floor in this building. Leave. Okay, so we're at I'm not where I think I am. Open door. Okay. This is riveting content, I know. Okay. So we'll try to... Is there another place we could possibly sleep tonight? Do I have to do this? Yeah, we should. One of these other
if I don't
houses might have a bed in it, but I'm not as familiar with the layout. So if we go in, we go straight for a good amount of time and then turn like left or right. There should be a bed on the floor, so that's what I'm gonna aim for. Let's maybe get a can out. Okay. What am I getting stuck on, though? Oh, I'm lost again. Curtain. Curtain. This is horrible. Curtain. Bet. Oh, where'd it go? We had it. Okay. We're just gonna stop it there. Let's eat. We can eat these, can't we? They're probably better if we cook them, but I don't know how soon we're gonna be able to do that. You can eat raw potatoes. It's good to know. I don't have a can opener. I'd like to wait on the... And then we'll drink some water here. That should get us to morning. I'm not thirsty? Oh, okay. Alright, 10 hours. Does that get us enough calories? Yep, we're good. Let's rest. Try and get the sun up, because I still can't see anything. Okay. Okay.
Where can I find something to eat?
Alright guys, well, I think that is where we will call this an episode. We kind of got day one into this first episode, so we'll pick up here next time, and we'll kind of search the rest of the town and kind of talk about where we're going to head after this. So, as usual, I appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in, checking out the episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to hit the like button for me. If you're new here or have got some content in the past and just haven't done so yet, definitely would love for you to subscribe to the channel. Helps me out a ton. We've hit some cool goals. Even in the time that I was away, the channel continued to grow a little bit, so that's cool. So if you guys want to contribute to the channel continuing to grow, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And then of course guys, I threw out a ton of questions and requests for feedback and things. If you guys have anything to share with me, feel free to throw that into the comments section, and we'll get back to you there. But yep, that is it for me in this one. I'll catch y'all next time. Thanks.